In the world of small incremental upgrades, this one caught me off guard. This is the Mavic 4 Pro and it's made a huge leap. I'll break down all these new features for you, but I also wanted to take you to my backyard. Not the postcard version tourists see, but the wild cliffs, hidden coastlines, and inland escapes you only find if you go looking. Let's go chase a sunrise with the best consumer drone ever made. Let's start with what you all care about most, the camera system. There's a brand new 28mm wide-angle lens, same sensor size, but now bumped up to 25 megapixels, capable of 6K video and boasting a supposed 16 stops of dynamic range, a serious jump from the 12.8 we had before. I'll let the footage speak for itself if it really is 16 stops, but this sunrise looked unreal in D-Log. In fact, all these three lenses now shoot D-Log and at least 100 frames per second in 4K. A very welcome step up, and perhaps something that could have been done before. By the way, if you actually want to learn how to color grade any type of video and forget about LUTs, check out my Davinci Resolve Course in the description. The medium tele lens hasn't changed much, but the 168mm super telephoto lens has. It now has a 1/1.5 inch sensor and shoots at f2.8, making it one of the most exciting lenses I've flown with. Just look at these shots, they look impossible. And only the Mavic 3 and Mavic 4 Pro can achieve something like this if you don't spend over 10k. Also, you can finally shoot true vertical video on the Mavic 4 Pro. It's a bit limited in tilt due to the size of the new camera module, but it does allow for a full 360-degree roll, which is wild, but let's be real, that shot wasn't exactly on the top of my list. Next up, a road trip away, you'll find the Blue Mountains. Steep cliffs and epic valleys that make you feel tiny. A perfect place to test a new RC controller. It now features a 7-inch ultra-bright screen, which you can even rotate for vertical shots. An underrated feature is by lifting the screen, it automatically powers on, similar to how now you can unfold the arms and the drone powers on instantly. Sounds minor, but it gets you in the air quicker, and when on an adventure where I slept in for a sunrise, it matters. Speaking of quick, here's an impromptu low-light test. I was shooting at ISO 12800 on my main camera, but when using the Mavic 4 Pro, honestly it held up even at this super tele lens. Pretty crazy if you ask me. Then there's this, swimming with sharks. Yeah, sounds risky, but flying the Mavic 4 Pro, safer than ever. The signal is stronger, flight time is now up to 51 minutes, and the omnidirectional fisheye sensors are a game changer. You basically get a reverse camera on all sides. The live black and white feed shows you what's around the drone in real time, even when flying backwards. It's shown as a small black and white video which you can move anywhere on the controller. There's even a LiDAR assisted return to home which retraces your original path and actively avoids obstacles. Honestly, I've never felt more confident flying a drone. Oh, and I actually went swimming with sharks. It was a ridiculous experience. From the shores where sharks swim, to the mountains that tourists skip, to the hidden coves scattered across Sydney, the Mavic 4 Pro did an incredible job. Now you might be thinking, what don't I like about this drone? Not much considering this is around $2,300, but I personally would have preferred the wider 24mm lens compared to the current 28mm, which would have made getting flybys easier. The flight time is also very long, but not sure if it's 51 minutes. Lastly, the sensors at the bottom could easily get scratched if you aren't careful when taking off in questionable surfaces. Unfortunately, I know that's from first-hand experience. The price isn't the cheapest, but at least it's close to what the Mavic 3 Pro was, which feels fair given the bleak economic state of the world. Now, $1,000,000 question, would I buy it? Honestly, yes. It's a huge update and leads all of their drones. D-Log is also much more powerful than D-Log M, but keep in mind I'm practically a full-time filmmaker. If you're on a budget, the DJI Air 3S is still a great cheaper alternative, but if the super tele lens, D-Log, true vertical shooting make you feel FOMO, you know what you need to do. If you can afford the investment, you won't be disappointed. It's the best of the best. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.